and I'm the Executive Director of Virtutem Populo, a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated towards civic involvement among youth in Florida. The Strive305 Economic Fellowship is a program run by students, about students, for the future. The episode 1 is entitled Plot Twist, It's Us. We believe that the greatest investment anyone can make is not in stocks, it's not in big businesses, but it's in youth. It's in our future. And we do believe that youth are the future of the economy, and that future, it's here, it is now, it is us. We are pleased to have our founder and chairman of the board of Virtutem Populo Incorporated, Mr. Maurits Acosta, today to discuss the future of economic involvement in Miami-Dade County and what this program is all about. Please welcome him.
Thank you so much, Clint. I'm excited to be here and officially kick off this amazing partnership we have, right, with the Office of Miami-Dade Mayor Daniela Levine Cava and with her Office of Innovation and Economic Development of really connecting students to our economy. We know that many students want to get into careers in entrepreneurship, in business, and we know that small businesses and corporations in general are at the heart of economics right here in Miami-Dade, and we want students to have a bite of that cake, right? I feel like oftentimes students, they want to get involved, they want to learn how to be business leaders, they want to know how the economy works, but maybe they feel a little distant. So I'm glad that we've been able to develop this partnership and start closing that gap, and this podcast is one of the ways we're doing that, in having students be able to interview leaders in the community, business leaders. We're also going to have students visiting businesses, so it's just going to be great. And I'm just super, super grateful to you, to our organization for doing this, but especially to Miami-Dade County for their investment and belief that young people can make a difference.
Absolutely. And as we talk about connecting students to the future, because we are the future, but we are the nexus, and that connection between educating students and getting them involved in the future so that when it comes time for them to take that place, they are prepared. And we talk a little bit about what Strive305 is. And so we have 4 pillars. We're training Gen Z leaders in economic development. We are building real-world business models for civic good. And we're offering exposure for these youths to government, finance, and entrepreneurship pipelines. And we're also activating schools as centers of civic and business innovation. What are your thoughts on the future of business involvement as it concerns youth?
I think business is everybody knows business is an important part to society, but especially here in Miami-Dade, which is a county that thrives so much on small mom and pop shops, but also I guess Miami-Dade has the best of both worlds, right? We have so many amazing small business leaders, but we also have some huge companies that have decided to put their feet down right here in the 305. And so I think as a lot of these business leaders are already established, now is when the next generation comes in. We're having Gen Z already in college, in high school, some still in middle school. So we really have Gen Z is the core of what the future is going to look like in Miami-Dade when it comes to business. And if we want our students to be successful and we want our students to have that entrepreneurial mindset, I think us as an organization, but also Miami-Dade County can play a role in facilitating that, which is really why the Economic Fellowship came to be, right? And it's such an amazing thing. I mean, we opened up applications last year. We had so many amazing students apply,
absolutely.
Right? I mean, it was amazing.
It was pretty full.
Yep.
Yeah, hard to choose.
So, we made the initial selection, and now we have these fellows that over the next year are going to be participating in this program with the county and with us. And like you said, we're going to take them to businesses so they can meet business owners one-on-one, because we really want to focus on just business in general. A lot of students are into STEM, into law, into arts, but business covers so many different fields. So having students be able to connect with something they're passionate about and meet business owners, and who knows, maybe they even get some internship opportunities from that, some connections. And then also this podcast. I think oftentimes adults drive the conversation when it comes to the economy, but we want to change that mindset, and we're changing the picture, right? So by having students come on here and interview business leaders, interview economic experts, interview the leaders of our community, I think it's going to present a really different, view to the audience, to all of you guys that are watching. I think if you want to know if maybe you've lost hope a little bit in the next generation, well, this podcast is going to restore that hope for all of you guys. Because when I'm telling you, these economic fellows are the top students in the community, and they're going to be interviewing some top leaders in the community. It's going to make for some amazing conversation that hopefully not only inspires students from all over the county and all over Florida who are going to tune in and watch these episode sessions, but more importantly, I think this podcast is going to inspire the adults in our community as well to maybe open their office doors to students and see that if they give opportunities for our young leaders to thrive, they too can contribute to the development of the next generation of Miami-Dade civic and economic leaders.
Absolutely. And we have such an interactive curriculum model here, right? We have the podcast, which is just one of 4 pillars, where students are not only going to be having conversations among themselves, which is what we strive for.
Yep.
Conversation among peers, right? We're gonna have students interviewing students. We're gonna have students who are being hosted, talking about their businesses, because we have students who are not waiting for the future. They haven't waited. They're starting now, right? We have students who are going to interview business leaders and talk about how they got to where they are, and maybe it'll inspire some of our viewers. So we have such an interactive model here, and we're super proud of what we're able to build, and we're super proud of everything else that will happen, from students going to visit businesses, from students going to get a jump start in the businesses they maybe want to build now, right? And so my next question for you is, as we talk about there being a need for this program, what do you think the state of support towards youth as it concerns starting businesses, what is the state of that right now? What is the state of support and education and offering of opportunities to youth for those things? Because it's something that's inaccessible most times, but we want to be that nexus towards the synthesization of many of these programs.
I'll tell you right now, Clint, I think the state of students being able to get involved in business directly has never been better as it is right now. And you mentioned a word earlier. You said we're striving to do all of this. And it's ironic, right? Because of Strive305.
Yeah, right.
So I want to touch base on that, of just how extraordinary the mayor's vision was with Strive305 in enabling as well for young people to get involved. I feel like a lot of elected officials, when they develop programs like 305 or different economic programs, it's always tailored to adults. But by really opening the doors for students as well, I think that's going to be extraordinary. And let's face it, right? In the 21st century, in 2025, I think students are more capable and have more resources at hand to start their own companies, to be leaders in their community than ever before. And we're seeing that all over the world with some like students as young as 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 already investing in stocks, already opening their businesses. Some students even having hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue with the businesses they started.
Yeah.
And so we want Miami students to know that that can be them too, that if they have a dream of being an entrepreneur, there's ways for us and other folks in the community to be that support system for them and facilitate that process. I mean, you know, when you look at folks like Lorenzo, who we were just chatting with, who I've known for a long time, that he started his business. He's now a college student. He started an amazing media business and marketing business that he runs out of his dorm in UF right here in Miami, doing video production for some of Miami's top companies. So we know that the future is bright. We know that students are already ahead of the game and are already engaging with business. But now with this program and everything else that Miami-Dade has to offer, I think the opportunity is unlimited. And more importantly, we want our students to remember that part of the responsibility of being an entrepreneur, of being a business leader, is also responsibility to your community, to be an engaged member of your community and to give back. And that's what we see. A lot of top business owners, once they have established a company, they want to give back, and they have charity departments in their business or community engagement departments of ways of funding different programs in their community. So I think if any student out there wants to get involved in business, I think they also need to remember they need to get involved in community service as well. And when it comes to the state of community service in Miami-Dade County, I feel like Miami-Dade County is one of the top hubs in the country for student engagement in government and for student engagement in civic life. And I mean, when we look at what we've done with Virtutem Populo, opening those doors for students, of all the programs we've developed and all the programs that already exist, from students getting involved through the school district and district student government, through the county with the Miami-Dade County Youth Commission, through the Children's Trust with their Youth Advisory Council, and then also all these amazing nonprofits that are having programs for students to give back and serve and have leadership positions. I think that goes hand in hand with entrepreneurship, because I think every entrepreneur needs to be community minded, first and always as well.
Right. And so, of course, as I mentioned again, the episode title is powerful. Plot twist. It's us. It's not. We're not. We are the future, but we are also now, right? And we talk about how this program is setting a precedent for three things: for curriculum, for funding, and for inspiration. We're inspiring students. We're funding a program such as this, and we are creating curriculum for students to not only learn from textbooks, but for students to learn more from hands-on engagement and conversations with students at the table, right? So what is your advice, number one, to those who are adults who may not think that students have the potential and the power to be let into the business world? And then secondly, what do you have advice for a student who doesn't feel like they have the potential or power enough to take that first step forward?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, to answer the first part, right, for all of our adults watching, who maybe have doubts or who aren't sure of how they can play a role in helping the next generation become the leaders that we know our community, our country, and our world deserves, I'd say this: you need to open up your office. You need to open up the networks that you have built to young folks who are just as passionate as you were 10, 20, or 30 years ago. And I want our adults to imagine themselves when they were in high school and when they were in college with all of these dreams. I mean, I'm talking doctors, lawyers, business leaders, and business owners. Think about yourself all those years ago and the place you were in. And maybe you didn't have as many resources are available today. And that's exactly why you should play a role in making sure those resources continue to be available.
Mm-hmm.
So I tell every single business owner in Miami-Dade County right now, sign up to be an internship host. Create your own internship program, or even sign up through Miami-Dade County Public Schools summer youth internship program, where you can partner directly with the school district in getting summer interns for your office and exposing students to real world and real life experience. Connect with our school district. I know our school district is looking for many ways for businesses to get involved with their work, in offering that real hands on the job training, in offering even talks, and being guests at school and getting to talk to students. So I'd say, start there. For our students who always have wanted to get involved in the community, always have wanted to get involved with businesses, but don't know where to start, I think the first step is you need to start reaching out. We are providing resources to you. The community has so many opportunities available. It's up to you to apply to those programs. It's up to you to, start sending emails. And let me tell you, Clint, I have a lot of friends of mine who have gotten amazing mentorship opportunities with business leaders and with professionals, even just by cold emailing.
Send an email.
Send an email.
It's simple as that, guys. Send an email.
Yep. I mean, yeah, that's really where it's at. And if you don't get an answer right away, don't give up.
Yeah.
You need to send 5, 10, 20, 15 emails. Find people that you want to learn from and just tell them, look, I'm a student in the community. I'm inspired by your story and I want to learn from you. And I think that's an amazing step that you all can take in order to start getting involved, as well as just doing research on the programs that are already out there, so that you can apply and be part of some amazing initiatives that are taking place all over the community.
Absolutely. That is so powerful. Never take no for an answer. And that's the mindset we ought to have in today's society as it concerns getting opportunities. As this podcast comes to a close, I just want to touch a little bit on what you can expect from future episodes. You're going to see students here talking about the future. Some really moving and innovative conversations. You're going to see students taking the lead in interviewing business owners that are doing amazing work, and business owners that are offering opportunities to the youth to take their places and do even better than they were able to do. And you're going to see business through a youth lens. Guys, we're shifting what's happening now. We have a plot twist. We have a plot shift. The future is the youth. The future is us. Thank you so much, Mr. Acosta, for joining us here today. Any closing thoughts from you?
Yeah, Clint, I just want to talk a little bit more as well about what Virtutem Populo is doing for the audience that doesn't know. Virtutem Populo means power to the people in Latin. We're a student-led 501c3 nonprofit organization based here in Miami that is doing amazing work to revolutionize civic engagement all across the country. And so we started 3 years ago with a small dream, a humble dream, and since then we've grown to a powerhouse team that has raised over $100,000 in the last 3 years. And when you think about Virtutem Populo, yes, we're a nonprofit, but the entrepreneurial skills that go into running a nonprofit as well is huge, right? So there's opportunities for you to get engaged with us. I'd encourage every single student to reach out. I mean, we have our program like the Civics Bowl, which is a game show all about civics, just how you would watch Jeopardy on TV or Family Feud. We let students participate in a game show all about civics. We have our Youth Governance Day, where we have students become mayors for the day in cities all across Miami-Dade County.
Which other county is doing that?
Yeah, no one is, right? So the
First of its kind.
First it's ever done. First program of its kind in the country, right here in Miami. If you are a student in Miami, there are opportunities for you. And I know because I'm the product of many of those opportunities. And so Youth Governance Day, we just did it in June of this year. We had, I think, like 20 cities participate. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Students being mayors for the day in cities all across Miami-Dade County. We even have our Constitution Day event where we teach students about the Constitution. We have our Civics Gala where we award student leaders and the educators who support them, and just so many amazing programs. Actually, as I speak to you all right now, we just launched a brand new online Civic Academy that's taking place. Today's the first day of the Civic Academy. Clint, tell the people, how many applications did we receive from across the world for this program?
We received over 300 applications across the world. I saw United States was one of the last few applications that trickled in. We saw applications from Gaza, applications from India, applications.
Uzbekistan.
My gosh.
The United
and the
Kingdom.
Uzbekistans, they pull through because we had like 50-something%. Listen, we're doing something awesome. And the Next Gen Civic Academy has 2 tracks, advocacy and innovation. We hope that you will sign up next year if you are high school students. And we're even giving $1,000 in partnership with Pivot at the end for a business nonprofit pitch. So we're talking about providing pathways to students. If students want to do something, we have to be that giver of that opportunity for them to initiate.
Absolutely
change.
agreed. And our Civic Academy, we ended up selecting of the 300 applicants, 80 of them. We have 27 countries represented in this year's cohort. The first year we're doing this. Students from 27 countries participating. I think that is amazing. And the fact that it's being created right here in Miami-Dade, I think says a lot. But look, Clint, I know you said we're about to close. I'll say this. If you're a student watching, you want to get involved with the fellowship, it's not too late. We're still taking economic fellows. If you want to be a Strive305 Youth Economic Fellow and have the opportunity to even host one of these shows in the next few months and have that opportunity to work with our county and visit businesses and really connect with the entrepreneurial community in Miami-Dade, reach out to us. We can find a spot for you. Our website is www.virtutempopulo.org. You can find information from us there. And you can also, email us. Clint, where can the people email you at?
You can email us at info@virtutempopulo.org, or you can email myself at clint@virtutempopulo.net. You can also read I know it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. It does mean power to the people, not stated by our founder. So that's VIRTUTEMPOPULO. So shoot us an email and let's see where we can fit you in.
And if you're a business leader or just, a professional in the community that wants to get involved with some of the programs we've mentioned, even maybe if you want to sponsor some of our events or you want to open up your door to the economic fellows and maybe make your business one of our stops in the next year for the students to meet with you and your team, reach out to us too. We want to connect with you and we want to make sure that we continue to offer opportunities for Miami students to get involved with what I think is one of the nation's most growing economies right here in Miami-Dade County. Thank you so much for having me, Clint, and looking forward to all the future episodes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us on the Strive305 Economic Fellowship podcast. Plot twist.